Hello, everyone. I bet you didn't expect to see me here. What the, oh my god. I want my lights on. Why are my lights on? Turn them on! I'm very prepared today. Prepared to win, prepared to lose. You guys have been muted, but you barely talked. But now you can talk to the people now.
Oh boy. I like to talk.
Oh my god. You guys usually don't get into the red in my audio readout, but that got up there. So, welcome. We're back with a frickin' Ace Attorney investigations to Prospectors Prospects March. My favorite Coldplay album.
Nice.
It's not even my favorite, but it is a Coldplay album. And that's the mood that I'm bringing today. I'm bringing the mood of a Coldplay album. Make of that what you will. Alright, let's get to the game. Yeah, it's hot today, so I think I'm a little tired. Little out of it. And that's the best time to stream.
Woo!
Let's get to the dang title. Away we go!
Still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 long years since. Murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Marty Frost. Pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was a part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death.
Hilarious.
But it was very funny. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle. Delicious scone is made for the contest.
I mean, can you even imagine the hilarity of finding a dead person inside a bunch of chocolate?
I think that was the motive for the murder. I think they just thought it would be really, really funny.
Your Honor, it was really funny.
But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away.
18 years ago.
Yay! Just as predicted.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a pattern for a reason.
We're back to following this dork and this bigger dork.
Yes, he fits.
I'll let you decide who's the bigger dork.
Yeah, Gregory's all like, who's the bigger dork? All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms.
So, what do we do now, Mr. E?
Cried.
I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk.
Now, Eddie. It was always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene.
Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that.
He talks to everyone like that.
He does. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth.
You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. Aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person.
But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth?
It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in just such situations. To be friends to the friendless.
Friends to the friendless.
It's so weird because we play as a defense attorney in Ace Attorney, but I feel like we never get these nuggets of wisdom.
Well,
Like,
Gregory's just filled with wisdom.
we occasionally get like, we remember or can talk to Mia, but outside of that, we don't talk to a lot of defense attorneys.
Phoenix is really kind of going at it on his own.
Yeah. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up.
You're right, Mystery. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth.
You're young, Eddie.
Big mouth.
You'll learn soon enough. Big mouth for all that paper.
That's what I was gonna say.
To not eat paper.
Also, I don't know, him always calling him Mr. E just makes me be like, alright, Eddie, we have to go to the lab, we have to cook.
Bring it on, Mr. E. I will. I promise. Why, do you think he's calling him Mr. White?
Yeah.
Old Jesse
Oh, I
there.
do have a character.
Oh my god.
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up.
I would like to be picked up and held, thank you.
I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means.
I said that, but have you guys seen that meme that's I want mommy, I want milk, I want to be held, I want to be comforted, and if you do not do all of these things, I will ruin your life.
Oh no.
It's a out of context from a PragerU video. It always
Amazing.
makes me laugh. But not by you, Bound. You're, I think, underage at this point.
Whoa. You're the best, Miss Bound.
Om nom nom. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped. I hate cubes. Cubes killed my wife.
They remind him of his trauma.
Oh my god!
It killed my
I'm
wife.
sorry if they're not to your taste.
No way. They're great. They're so sweet.
They taste so much better than paper.
Let's not get carried away here. Paper is a staple.
You're very kind. Imagine, me of all people, a mediocre confectioner.
What? Wait, you mean you make these yourself?
Yes! Simpson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treat is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my...
Technique?
Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Dainty homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound? Whatever he wants sounds amazing.
Yeah. I forgot I ended last stream on being all like, this woman is a murderer. So, we'll see.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Nope, nothing at all.
Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bound.
Of course! What right would I have to stay here otherwise?
What do you mean by that?
I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in.
Wow.
Zoinks! That looks like
Eddie
that sounds like what he's making there.
shakes.
That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I could never repay him. So, my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him as long as he needs me.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself.
And to think today's Christmas Eve. And I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him, anything.
Would you murder someone?
Please, if there's something I can do to help, please just say it.
No comment.
Would you murder someone to do it? If the answer is
comment.
yes, do you know of Von Karma? We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final.
Wow. My, they're stunning.
Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate shapes out of flavored ice?
Let me guess. Blue raspberry.
Do you know why blue raspberry exists flavor?
No. Is there a story?
Yeah, there actually is. The reason why it's blue raspberry, not another color, is because, like, people's other senses affect taste. And so when they had raspberry color, people couldn't tell the difference between that and other flavors. So they made it blue so that people could be like, ah yes, blue raspberry, now it tastes like raspberry.
Interesting.
That makes sense, huh? Senses often mixed together to
Yeah.
form things for your brain.
Look at that crazy saw back there. Anyway. I'm just like, that's a crazy saw.
Simpson adores him too.
Oh, hey! That's Taurus and Gemini, right?
I didn't know you were keen on constellations in the zodiac, Eddie. I read my horoscope. Oh.
I read my horoscope and then I eat it.
Alright.
Oh, I love it! The stories those stars can tell.
Shit, I love it. Yum.
Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrows, and the... Hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings.
Just like Ultron. I don't...
Wait, did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe?
If anyone can decode all of my references per minute, it's gonna... There's a lot.
That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do.
Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well.
Oh, he didn't seem the type.
It seems she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound.
Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful.
Ooh, I'd love to see it in action.
Then why don't I take your picture?
Yes! Come on, Mr. E. Let's get a shot. The both of us.
Well, alright then. Would be a shame to waste a good hair day.
I love that.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. Man, sir, you are wearing a hat.
Ready? Say cheese!
Cheese!
There's a ghost in the picture.
There, all done. And the picture is yours to keep, Mr. Fender.
Can
We
I
don't,
eat
get
it?
to, we don't get to see it? Yeah. Gregory's all like, he's not allowed to have that, he'll eat it.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much! Oh, that's such a cool camera.
Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame.
So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? 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 I assume Mr. Tangeru will use this same camera during the contest.
Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape. And later, to take some photos of the other contestants' works.
But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while judging was still underway?
Yes! Simpson wanted pictures of the entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go get a new put in a new cartridge.
Ow.
He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected.
Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track of somewhere along the way.
But had he really, though?
I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back. When I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room.
It's so violent.
Samson? Are you in here? I'm not gonna scream again given how loud I was earlier, but
I'll do it.
it peaked at the very end, so you just got one singular angelic note out of that.
Well,
I just did like, one note.
the stream could definitely hear all of my... Because they're getting it directly from my crisp microphone.
Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. The camera. Been with me ever since.
In what pocket? Oh, yeah. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera in this picture, Miss Bound.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you. Would you say I'm having a good hair day, by the way?
It's very suspect, but you have a little cowlick in the back.
Let's go. That was a very loud door slam.
Detective Bad? Miss Scone, are they done investigating?
I done with me off for certain. The big meaty mammy told me to clear off. Honestly, I think that mannequins will be the end of me. Think of him.
Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene.
Did he run you off too, Detective Bad? Yeah. Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around.
Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective?
He's a jerk. That's why. Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest?
Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room?
That's right. And I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to.
He somersaulted.
Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work.
But is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Press X to doubt.
Got a photo of the room right there. If you need it, it's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? Do I gotta spill it out for your kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about the case. Come out.
Detective.
Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma won't be happy about this.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either.
Let's go.
Killing some pesky rules keep me from fighting the truth.
Yeah. Who needs rules when there's truth to be found?
Here's the thing, I don't play by the rule. And they don't like me for that.
Did I skip that? What was it? Bow faster. So now can I?
Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Or like Detective Good.
I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E.
Well, I have to focus what you're all going on about, but it's today Sunday.
It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Look at this! Graph!
Here. This is what Mr. Frost's room looks like right now. Yikes! There's nothing left of his flavored ice sculpture but puddles.
The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this?
Yeah, once that was out of the socket, the display case lost power, and up the temperature went. It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip.
Do you have any idea when it was unplugged?
Nope. Still working on that. Those sculptures were beautiful. What a waste.
They can say that again. I I should have taken a few more bites out of him when I had chance.
Bites? Gnawing on ice sculptures.
So, it tasted good?
Did they ever? I never tasted ice and so scrumptious in all my life.
Great.
Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite.
Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
The salty bit.
It's the other bit you got there. This bit. The Derby thing.
A harpy is a different Greek myth.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Miss Scone, you fool. Gemini's liar.
Wait, that's why it had no strings? Because you ate them?
I guess that makes sense.
I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you. It was all horrible and salty.
That's crazy. Could you imagine, Mr. E, eating something that you're not supposed to? That's just so crazy.
Yeah. Just like looks off into the distance. Aw. It's interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. Could somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone?
Come to think of it, but I did. There was this funny little mark on Chili Winks' work.
I don't like that nickname.
It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. Yeah, it looks just like that.
PH.
Fuh. Fuh.
It's almost like a signature or something. Wait! The sound it makes is...
I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well?
What? No, I barely knew him, I swear.
He dances nervously.
Me too.
Do you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
You're just dancing like you have to go to the bathroom.
I don't.
If that's so, you certainly seem to have to go to the bathroom about opinions about his attitude towards his work.
No, the sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think he'd miss something so important.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that.
What makes you say that?
I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence.
Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So, what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours?
Which 2 items point to Mr. Frost? This is the first. This guy.
Take that!
Take that. Take this. What's this on the bottom of it? Right?
Yeah.
Or it's your badge.
Oh my god.
Have you considered?
Take that!
Miss Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. Ah. Clicked off. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work.
I guess not. That's right, dear. It's It's just like you said. The enemies started at the last page, carved in their planet latest day.
EH. Shouldn't it be AF?
I'm glad we all thought the same thing.
I thought, no, it's PHAF. You'd think so, but take a look at this. Take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the scene at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket, and when pressed into the surface of the item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set.
Same pottery mark.
Well, if you would take a look at this. Oh, that's why I'm saying it like that. I'm like, what is this a reference to? That's a Sonic reference. Because there's an Eggman boss fight. It's like, get a look of this. Anyway, we have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. A fact of which you are all well aware. You are well aware, correct, Miss Bell?
Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity to the public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his.
You mean Paul Malik was?
That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. So that means 2 people are dead. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least, as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was, in fact, a fan
He
of
was an
sculpture.
extraordinary confectioner.
Just a fanboy. Sculpture fanboy is actually kind of funny.
He was a cringe fanboy.
He was a huge fan of Paul Halik.
Mr. Frost was, in fact, none other than the famed sculptor Paul Halik.
What? But Mr. Frost and Paul Halik were the same person?
But it's not like the marks hard to copy, though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Alright. I'll have the boys look into it.
The boys are back in town.
I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you admit it. You killed my wife with cubes. It was you. You were aware of who Mr. Frost really was.
I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seals that you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halik. Imagine, his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that.
And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point?
What? Why are you asking me that?
The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken.
Oh, I must have gotten mixed up with someone Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take the picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body.
I suppose so.
This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film. One of Mr. Frost's body, and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
You do?
I always do. Piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures. There are only 3 remaining. Ho 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 ho.
Take that!
The camera?
The camera. You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me.
Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you really are up to.
I'm so sorry.
Apology not accepted.
I confess I've been lying to you.
They can never hide.
These are all shots of Frost's room.
These are all pictures of Frost's feet. What?
Oh no.
Oh,
That's really bad. I'm so sorry.
looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle.
And when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet.
Mention Frost's feet. View count drops by 3 people. Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me. It was you?
It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was.
You are? Why?
Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, or it was the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought that I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps
I think I might have started a little bit of a fire.
I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
By mistake? Are you sure?
I didn't notice it at the time, but, well... How could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces?
That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth. And it is the truth, right?
What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound.
Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth,
That's me.
picture's yours. Hope it helps.
Alright then. Ah.
Bitch!
Scary!
Him!
Bitch appearance!
You infernal nuisance is still here. You don't know what to give up.
Can we get some bitch alerts in chat?
Living here for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not part of this investigation.
Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
The seems you don't know when to shut up either. But I commend you on your stubbornness.
Thank you. I'm very stubborn.
There you go, Dan. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What's the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusteau.
No concern of mine. I didn't do anything. Mr. Von Karma agrees.
Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was.
Objection!
Shut the fuck up! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information.
Boo!
Freak up.
Rebound! You're coming with me! I have reason to believe that you're an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tagaroa.
No, why?
I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order.
I understand.
Wait, please. I'm not done questioning her myself.
And you think I care because...
I'm just a little guy.
Stone, and you, Stone. I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. Join by me.
Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins.
He took literally everyone with him.
He took all of Yessie's voices.
Oh,
Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got going anyway. It is rather late. I'm starving. I hope the snow has let up.
you're right. Home time. Oh, jeez. I better start eating some paper again, Mr. E.
That's gonna make it worse.
Guess my stomach's in agreement, too.
Alright, let's go grab a burger. Let's go
AKA ramen.
for my own stomach.
I wouldn't have it your way.
Too. Because it's like, that's like the thing. Mentor
Yeah.
and
It's the thing.
student get ramen.
The other thing that's neat is like we do find out more about that later on, but they do switch back to it being ramen.
Okay.
They like gave up. You'll see why when we get to a certain game.
Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow.
Will Phoenix and Apollo get ramen? I don't know what their relationship is gonna be, to be honest, but
Will Phoenix and Eddie go get paper together?
Actually, Phoenix is having glass, obviously.
Of course.
they show up to a ramen stand. It's like, do you have any glass ramen? Only paper.
I mean, glass needles are a thing, if I recall, in Chinese.
We will indeed. At our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa.
Oh my god, it's been so long since he's shown up. My other voice in this case.
That was a very
Wow,
short part.
that was fast. 45 minutes, about.
Yeah, we're doing good. Cat is crying outside.
Well then,
He's he's so sad.
Give him a little treat, but like throw it so then he goes after it.
He doesn't do that.
Yeah. I don't know if
He
my
just
cat would.
cries. He wants attention so bad, but because we're streaming, like, he has gotten on my bookshelf before,
Uh-huh.
and that is not good.
My cat does not really like attention, but basically the only thing he lives for is to eat food.
That's fair.
I also think cat update, I guess. I think my cat's like going deaf.
Oh,
He keeps he used to be able to like when I get up for like a drink before I go to bed and I open the door, he can hear that and he's like expecting me to feed him.
uh-huh.
But now I can go down there and he won't even wake up.
Aw.
And if he does wake up, he like looks around all confused and then notices me and like jerks his head towards me. So
Aw.
I don't know. He's not reacting to sound the same. He's an old man though, so it makes sense.
Hey, it's Miss Bound.
She turns around. It's a completely different person. Dang it.
Oh, Mr. Thunder! Mr. Edgeworth! I'm sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you?
Yes, so he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes, I'm terribly worried about him.
Wait a second. You are Mr. Tangaroa.
Detective Bad? What are you doing back there?
Oh, I got in a little trouble with Von Karma. I punched him in the face. They
Oh,
locked me up in here. I was gonna ask you to be my
Understandable.
lawyer.
It's like the judge is
You
all like,
can tell-
understandable. Have a nice day.
You can tell the judge, the defense, Your Honor, he thought it would be really funny.
Your Honor, funny. Case dismissed.
Perfect.
Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure how anyone just happens to be at a detention center, but okay.
Oh, it's me. Is his hair turned
I
white?
was gonna say, so
Yes.
actually I've done research on this because there's a character in Ace Attorney 5 who also has not this amount of white hair, but whose hair has gone white. I'm sure you've like visually seen the character before, Dan.
Probably.
But anyway, I did research, so that can't, like, people's hair can go gray because of stress.
Yeah.
And the thing that is actually that I found interesting about it, if like, I forget what the specific condition is called, but if it's that condition, it doesn't go back to being the natural hair color after the gray grows out. It just keeps producing hair that is gray, and that's it.
Interesting. I'm just gonna say that he had a Tokyo Ghoul moment in prison.
There you go.
Good morning. It's like that's how I voice him now.
Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you?
Oh no! Samson, what did they do to you?
They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogation could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired. They're not letting you sleep?
That's not police work. That's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a Tokyo Ghoul moment.
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case before me.
They're putting poisonous centipedes in his ears.
No.
I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now, if it weren't for him. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Alright, Eddie, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa.
You got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready.
Buddy, you ate them.
My notepad is
What
out
do
the
you mean
ready.
your notepad?
He spits it out.
Bleh.
Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it. Of course, thank you.
Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kinda spaced out.
I'm fine, I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Usually I ate 10 cakes a day.
Samson.
Do you have anything that might give him a little energy boost?
Give him the chocolates.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The murderous chocolates. Huh? Is that chocolate? For me? You shouldn't have.
Oh, there's a chocolate sigh.
They've been in my pocket all day. Oh, thanks. I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. The rules here don't exactly allow me to do so.
Oh, that's a shame. But rules are rules, I suppose.
There must be some way we can hand them to him.
I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful looks in his direction.
He's just like, I fucking hate meaningful looks.
Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might considering passing them on to suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bad.
My hero!
I'm touched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight.
Would he not have been able to answer the question if we didn't do this?
Yeah, basically.
He would have just been like, oh, I'm woozy. Falls over.
Here.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah, keep it down, will ya? Both are 6.
You don't know how much this means to me! Screams it.
Of course, Detective, I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now, to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot.
Question, Samson, do you eat them with or without the wrapper?
Oh, with, of course.
It's like a silicone rice candy.
Yeah,
And he's like, that's exactly what I do. It gives you extra nutrition, right?
I was like, there are Japanese candies
Greg
that
works-
have, like,
yeah.
edible wrappers. Oh.
Greg Worth looks over like, Eddie, go get help. Please, that's not healthy.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Detective Bad just takes out his lollipop, shoves it in Mr. Tangaro's mouth. kind of hot.
I was gonna say rare pair.
You're not so.
I don't know
You're
how
not such
rare
a
of a pair that
bad
would be.
guy After all,
Oh, oh, the sweetness.
No, no.
I feel like a man reborn. That is on the internet now. Fuck.
It certainly exists.
Were they your handiwork, Judy?
Yes. How were they?
Feel them melt, soft and smooth. Chocolate that'll comfort and soothe. Ear to ear, head to toe. Smile and savor the taste as what the fuck as it flows. I feel like that was a little too many syllables for that, or I didn't understand the song structure. Either or. Delicious.
Dan and I are really out there, or out here.
We're trying our best.
We're trying our best.
They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy.
I'm so glad you like them.
These two are so wholesome. But she's a murderer, so...
And I'm so glad you're back to your old self.
My apologies, friends. I have to have so much. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
wow, is the food here really all that bad?
Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that.
That sounds fine.
That sounds good.
Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. Question mark?
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene.
Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity.
Let's go.
Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halique.
Artie Frost was Paul Halique? I never would have imagined.
Poor Mr. Halik.
So the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh? Tastes French.
Tastes like French fries. You know those aren't actually French.
God.
Are they French?
Well, if they
Belgian.
aren't French, then why do they sound French?
Yeah, I know Belgium loves it. Are they from Belgium?
Maybe. I think so.
I've never been to Belgium, but I gotta go just to have French fries. They give you mayonnaise with them. It's crazy.
This all would certainly explain why Mr. Halique was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He's busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. Bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now.
He never finished his greatest masterpiece?
Nah. Seems he was making statues for each season. But he never got around to the winter constellations.
The winter constellations? Do you mean Taurus and Gemini?
So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set.
Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer.
I'm so sorry.
You destroyed his masterpiece.
Oh no, Miss Bound, I wasn't blaming you.
I was.
One last thing. D.D. had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make.
Whew. That's so many money.
You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet. How many eggs? How many eggs can you buy with millions? In this economy?
In this economy, not that many.
I knew it.
God.
Like 2?
Maybe, if you're lucky.
Which means he's always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
Oh shit. There is a hit
I
on
guess not even famous artists are safe from money problems.
I actually feel like there's probably a lot of artists who had money problems.
Mr. E, what do you think money tastes like? Should I try it out?
Yes. It's definitely not poisonous. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
Guy didn't even tell his family.
I see.
Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard, but I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly. He's a good man. I don't know why he's called bad.
Because it's funny.
He
The
certainly
detective
is.
is a dork. That's why.
And an uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in.
And to scare the pants off of anybody new he meets.
Now, you are going to tell me about what you learned yesterday. Of course, allow me to give you a full report. Thank you for skipping it. Thank you for that. And allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf.
So sorry.
It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learned the truth at the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two? By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? Let's see, there was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semifinal. But he starts singing this part. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. Damn. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semifinal as well. Which was, it tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
Huh? And what exactly did his work look like?
Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion.
I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Miss Bound. But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. So you were able to finish judging it, even though his body had been discovered in the meantime?
Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I had completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling it. Part of the lyre, I believe. I've never tasted anything like it. It was a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. I'm sorry, but are you tasting... what? Are you tasting? Are you tasting that the lyre said good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. Quite sure it was the lyre you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work. I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case. Mr. Tangaroa, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the part that you tried was the lyre, the one shown here without any strings? Oh, there were strings originally. That was the part I ate. Om nom nom. So the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all. And he enjoyed them? Miss Scone told us she ate a part of the lyre as well. She actually licked the part that you ate. Ew! But she said it was far too salty for her to finish. Then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How so exactly? There's a taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors. And I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now. That would explain why the food here seemed so bland to him.
What? But your taste buds are your livelihood.
Yeah, you're a fraud, a sham.
Even if there were some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for proper evaluation. Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back in my mansion. You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself, if you like.
Samson, we can't show that recipe to just anybody.
Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him.
Yes, you're right, of course. If that is what you wish.
What on earth is the secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding?
Well, I suppose I should be getting back.
All right. We'll be right behind you.
Judy,
Yes, Samson?
there's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around.
Don't say that! Without you, I don't have a life to live! So, I'll be waiting right there at the mansion till you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, that was sad.
It's her dad!
Duncan, you have a line?
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted.
Ah,
Let's see. Wait, Miss Bound.
Judy.
Whoa. She's really upset. I thought I saw her tears in her eyes.
Well, I'm just planning for the future because I get convicted. Let's just say this country's a little trigger happy with the with the death penalty.
Why do you even say all that to her?
Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Hilly collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me.
I guess that makes sense.
He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? What parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them?
I'm having emotions over the video game.
I know exactly how it feels in this moment. I think I've asked of you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. Ah, yes. We'll have to do something about that. You'll speak to the police for me? That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeves for when the time comes. I look forward to learning more. Counting on you, Mr. Richard.
I'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa. Every day. And Judy, too.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it. Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. It will make it that much harder for me to save you. I understand, and I'll try. I won't give up. I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that.
I won't give up until I'm dead, which won't happen. It's Christmas. I just realized.
The most wonderful time of
Christmas
the year.
means it's Christmas.
Christmas means it's Christmas.
So true, Phoenix.
And
love
almost
seeing-
Christmas means it wasn't Christmas until it was.
So
Oh, it's you again. Detective Band, thank you for what you did earlier.
Yeah, thanks a ton.
Do not copy me with the hat. That's my thing.
What are you talking about?
There's no need to be shy about it.
I hit my head. I actually forgot.
Thunder?
it might be. It's kind of. I know that you were there.
Here.
I know we're in a similar geographic area, and it's cloudy up.
Thunder and lightning aren't so frightening.
It's
I
actually
love
pretty cloudy
Thor.
where I am, too.
I'm guessing you two are back here looking to investigate some more.
We are indeed. What else do we do? We'll need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa.
Oh, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is locked down.
What? But we need to see those other rooms.
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? I haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. Don't expect to speak with anybody, except us cops in this bound. Everybody else is gone, and I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers. Is this all just a game to him? Why does he have to go so far?
So what's your plan of action, Detective?
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
You have my gratitude.
Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna beat you and beat the shit out of you.
With a dirty bag of tricks. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with a dirty bag.
And we're gonna steal your money.
And we're gonna raise your child. That'll show him. That's actually a fascinating alternate scenario.
Alternate scenario, Von Karma dies, Franziska gets adopted by Gregory Edgeworth.
Yeah. How would she be different? Detective?
Yeah, I've seen that as a view a few times.
Yeah. Detective,
It's
may,
good.
may we conduct a brief investigation of the area?
Sure. But like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
That's fine. As long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation, we'll make do.
I was gonna say I was just gonna say it's an interesting AU because, like, it's very cute, but it's also one of those AUs that, like, in the context of Ace Attorney, absolutely breaks it. You know what I mean? Like,
just be like a
I'm not
completely
knocking I'm like not knocking No DL 6 AUs. Like, I totally see where people enjoy that. I personally do not, because without DL6 happening, like, the characters don't get the character development that makes them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I've noticed that none of you have commented on my amazing gameplay here. Anyway, so where do we go? We just look at things in the room? Oh. What are you looking at? Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating?
Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir.
And what did you find?
Chocolate, and what looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work, and the flavoring and colorings match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures.
Those little rivers flow from all four artists' room right here to the fountain. Guess that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
That's not all, sir. We also found blood.
What? Why is there blood in the water?
Shark!
Think back to our investigation at the murder scene, Detective. Take another look at the seam in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioned they removed the blood along with the body.
I just imagine the forensics guy, though, who just gets really excited whenever they find blood. Just like, yeah!
Yes! Blood!
I get to do my job.
The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was the part of the chocolate chest that it had pulled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to
Me.
this freaking guy.
Yesy.
Take that!
The victim, huh? I'll have the guy compare it with the blood of the murder weapon.
Speaking of my name, I will say it was pretty funny because in the original translation, they had Delicia like respond to stuff, and instead of saying like just yes, she would say Yessey,
Yeah.
pronounced Yessie, and it was very confusing.
Yeah. We were all like, what did you just say to me?
Yeah, like, hold on, what?
All right, Duncan.
It's a match. The blood in the fountain is frost.
But why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this?
Yippee!
That's pretty gross.
All right, you said you had some pictures for us.
Miss Blount, we're here to continue our investigation.
Yes.
Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier.
He's still kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E.
She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say.
I found the photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours.
Ding, ding, dong. Dong, dong, ding.
Wow, Miss Scone sure knows how to make a cute cake.
Yes, Samson loved her design for that one. He loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gusteau and Mr. Frost's entries too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing like it seems.
Is there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final?
Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest. But he was nowhere to be seen during the final.
Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this?
Of course! I hope it helps with your investigation.
No, I'm actually sad about it.
Oh! I also have the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned.
We've seen this book before. It was the chocolate frame in Tangaroa's room.
That's right. He put it on display there so that everyone could see the grand prize.
What? The cure is in the Ultimate Cookbook? So it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it?
Oh, no, we told the contestants, of course. But I guess no one told you yet.
So the contestants all knew what the Ultimate Cookbook was this whole time. I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Blount. So if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines?
Exactly. Or rather, totally new medications that haven't been made to market yet, to be precise. For the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune.
Why make the grand prize in the grand prize in a confectionery contest?
Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangaroa group?
Tangaroa Group? yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before.
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons.
Oh yeah! Like that new Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went
Oh
on sale.
no!
They haven't even gotten to. Wasn't it Cold Killer X?
Ace Attorney.
X, yeah.
I love the way the Ace Attorney characters talk about cold medicine. Like it's some sort of, like, hot commodity
So,
that you just have to get your hands on.
I do think it has to do somewhat with, like... I do wonder if it's, like, a cultural thing going on here, because, like... In Japan, they do, I feel like, take colds a lot more seriously than in the US. Like, you can go to the doctor... I know that cold tests exist, but,
Yeah, I was
here in the
gonna-
US too, but, like, you can go and get a cotton bud shoved up your nose if you have a cold in Japan.
I was gonna say, it feels also just like Japan's fairly good at like I what is it, like the consumerism of things. So I could see like you getting like commercials for certain I don't know. But you know what I mean.
I always reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather. He's getting paid.
And that's why I, Eddie Fender, use Cold Killer Pro.
When I'm not eating paper, I'm taking Cold Killer Pro.
But really, all you need to do to not get sick is to eat paper.
All you really need.
Which is never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tango group, if you don't mind. Tango Corp.
I thought she was gonna start thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not ready.
So did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over his business from his parents? The what? Shit. So did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over for his parents and go into the family business?
No, he prefers the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. Aw, that's nice to hear about, supportive parents for once. Then, when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook.
Why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize?
He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory to simply give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
I'll bet the board of directors love that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else.
They hated the idea, of course. Which is why Delisha entered the contest. The Tangaroa group wanted her to win for the book back for them.
Oh.
So you knew she was a pharmacist all along.
Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's taste. I tried to help her win.
But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa group. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to.
Well, that's how Miss Stone managed to make it so far in a contest she had no business taking part in.
But Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost was...
Sorry.
Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final. Just like she did. Not bad.
Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor, and a gifted crafter of desserts too.
judging by the standard of his work in the fire. But how did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can do to help you, I'd be happy to, of course.
She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangerine. I could certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely.
Ooh, I'll have some too. Your tea is to die for, Miss Bound.
I feel like
You know, I didn't want to... I feel like this actually might be the perfect place to mention. I kind of wanted to get a drink. That's okay.
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
Well,
let's finish this.
How could I
highlight.
possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out, and then we all go to get drinks while we're bringing the tea out.
it's a drink break, guys.
Yay!
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm also gonna go grab a drink.
Yeah. I will get some water. Whee. All right. So there's a couple of us back. We're waiting on Duncan.
No, you're not, because I'm right here.
Never mind. We're waiting on no one. All right, now let's all take a very loud gulp so everyone at home can hear.
We'll be just glug, 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 glug.
That did not come through, but I did it anyway.
By the way, to answer a question from earlier, my girlfriend has alerted me that there is a severe thunderstorm.
Ah. Yeah, I think I saw that on my weather app. Which is pretty cool. I hope the power goes out mid-live stream.
Oh boy.
I actually don't know what that would do. I think the stream would just end.
And
Our call would too, probably.
Yeah, probably.
well, that'll be a first. Hasn't happened to the stream before.
Oh, right.
I would like for it to not.
Yeah.
You know, I think that cheered her up a little.
Oh my god. That was really it?
Already done.
Okay. For the
fast investigation.
We've learned a little more about the contest participants. There's still one question involving Mr. Gusto, for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Oh, I will.
Objection! Objection! Fuck you! That's
Okay.
I hate how deep his objection is.
Very evil objection.
What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? Now that's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. The story still doesn't quite add up for me.
me neither.
We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Who?
Oh,
Scary.
who do you now? Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Karma. It's nice to see you're going bald.
Unfortunately,
I'm
he
already
has
in
this
the
hair
midst of
forever.
my own investigation. I'm already in the midst of my own investigation to Gusto. So there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
He seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto. In which case, fine. Allow me to take you up on the offer.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
What?
The connection between Gusto and Frost. Simply a matter of coincidence. They both happen to be taking part in the same contest.
And that's all? Jesus.
I went
That is
to
all I have to say to you.
lean back in my chair. I took a drink. I was like, all right, I'll get comfortable.
Yeah.
What? But that doesn't help us at all.
Exactly.
We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. And it's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something.
Alright, let's look at our evidence real quick. What do we have?
Let's see.
Hooray!
2,
Badge.
6. What are these letters supposed to say? Anyway, I just realized that we could do that, and I never did that. Rules of the contest. Bibbidi bobbidi. Who cares? Frickin' this. This was a. What happened? This killed a man. Cloth. Frost rooms. Frost sculptures were scrumptious.
What does those statements say?
Frost sculptures were scrumptious except for fire, which was salty. That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Frost and Gusto's creations had different designs, but tasted the same. That might be it. Alright.
He said that was. He said that it was just a coincidence, but it's like, is it really though?
Write some hmms and shit.
Objection!
I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Karma. I don't know why I said it like that.
Not Vaughn Karma, just Karma.
They were made for the contest semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Get to the point.
What, I can't make a little small talk? A man can't make a little small talk?
No.
As the nameplate suggests, these were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit. And yet, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same.
Objection!
What are you suggesting?
Why don't you use that big brain of yours?
I'm suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities to how they were put together.
The tail.
They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together.
If you figured that much out, I suppose there's little point in denying it.
Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating.
But I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Let me confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of his relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. It seems they were helping one another right up until the day before the trial.
Final. Not trial.
So you knew the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Objection!
Please, enough with the petty slander. I merely wanted to avoid poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you.
It doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what he's hiding. I can't let things end like this.
I feel like we'll have something for this.
Yeah, why did they... Yeah, well, makes you wonder, like, why did they stop before the final?
Should I press this?
Yeah, we need more info.
Hold it!
But why were they cooperating?
Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an immature confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So what was their end game? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Gusto claims to have ended his game. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal really was to be crowned the world's best confectioner. His pride wouldn't allow him to do so with the help of another. Cheers can only ever win hollow victories, I guess.
I was under the impression that collaboration had only lasted semi-finals. Starting to might have lasted out to the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they worked together for, if you don't mind.
If you must.
Gus, no sense of design, amateur at best. Okay, that was the
Go on.
okay. So, Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Wasn't Frost really good? At least
He was a pretty good sculptor,
yeah.
which, we have evidence of that. Like, he wasn't a confectioner at all.
Yeah. What evidence am I?
There should be, I think it was a statement that, she said that he's Paul Halake. Oh wait, no, I think I know what it is, huh? Because essentially what we're trying to do is, like, say, like, because, like, so the idea would have been that since he was a good sculptor, he would have handled the designs.
Yeah.
And then since Gusto was a confectioner, he would have been the one to handle the taste, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we have proof of that. That's not the semifinal entry though. It's the
Are you having fun?
Yes.
wait, hold on. What's the
Great.
other? What's the other statement say? What does the other one say?
Not this one. This one.
Yeah, the next one. I said the statement, not the evidence.
Oh. The next statement is the one that we just pressed.
Two cooperated until the day before the final. No, now it's different. It says, the two cooperated until the day before the final, then decided to compete on their own merits.
But did they really?
Oh, wait, no, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, because if they were competing on their own merits, like, then, how would, what would Gusto have had? Gusto wouldn't have been able to, like, sculpt anything, if that were the case. He wouldn't have been able to win.
But also at the same time, that means that Hake's
It means Frost
it would have
wouldn't have been
tasted
able to
like
make
shit.
Yeah, exactly. So there's gotta be evidence of that. So
Oh. When you put it like that, it was
I think
scrumptious.
it's that one. Yeah, yeah. Why would it
Objection!
have tasted good, if that were the case?
I'm gonna slap the writer for that one. Just a little bit. Just like, I feel like there was another way to get me to that conclusion.
They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe.
I thought it a little bit ago of like, she says that it tasted really good, so is he really an amateur?
Yeah.
But I was like, is that really what we're trying to get at?
Miss Scone is on record having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. Scrumptiddly-umptious, she said. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating during their
Objection!
How many times must I explain this to you?
7.
Assertions require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement isn't proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. Well, at least he's nice about his wife.
I don't want to hear about his wife. How is that not an entirely subjective statement?
It's like my wife's cooking is even better than your wife's. Furthermore, you're ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Namely, that she also described some of Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. No more objections, I take it.
There must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating.
Mr. E? There's something that's been on my mind.
Say it, young. Let me hear the thoughts
Say it,
from
Edward.
your mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie?
Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Wouldn't it have taken a while to make?
I would imagine so.
Making flavored ice, freezing it all, and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Could he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gone as far as setting the flavor water cut. What the hell is?
I'd
I'd have
have
barely
barely
gone as far as the setting the flavored water up to freeze part.
Oh, okay. I feel like they could have used like some quotations in there to clear it.
Yeah,
like-
but even our English
This is
degree
worded
had
a weird way.
Yeah, they should put like hyphens between setting the flavored water up to freeze. That part needs like either quotations around it or whatever to just
Yeah.
for clarity.
I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off.
Maybe there's some translator at home that's all like, I wanted to do that, but they didn't let me. Who knows?
I like how he's gushing over Gregory right now.
Perhaps there's some lawyerly instincts in you after all, Eddie. I thought you were a lost cause.
Mr. E?
I really thought
Can I eat your law degree, sir?
Yeah, I thought all the ink you were eating. God, don't. Your ponderings certainly point to another possibility. Loud gulp.
I like how he has such a dumb smile, too.
Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry with the time limit? The ice the day before the final?
Day before.
Yeah.
It's the only one that makes sense.
He must have made the flavored ice the day before. Then all he would have had to do was sculpt it.
What are you muttering about now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something. What? I just realized something. That's all. I realize that you're correct.
What? Mr. E?
I hope you know what you're doing. Oh? Something to fear at last, are we?
The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice would have needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me. That he helped Frost to talk to before the final.
I'm sorry. Bastard. Okay, in that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
Objection!
I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection!
Perhaps not, but I'd imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us. So why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim?
How dare you call my methods into question?
There's no worse crime. That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me.
One good reason? Certainly. The how and why of Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection!
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
Objection!
Would it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did he seem so keen on accusing and share the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please, tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Nope, we die here.
Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of, and I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware exactly what that suspicious action was, which means this is probably a trap.
Well, cat got your tongue.
But even if it is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. That fact alone is reason enough to suspect him.
If that's your concern, then allow me to clear it up for you.
Okay, you dick.
I knew it. It was a trap.
Saving this for the trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections.
Oh,
Here, take a look at this.
Welcome new students! Exclamation point.
that's...
Gusto and Frost, and their sons.
What's going on with Frost's son? Needs a better barber.
Gusto snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph.
But why?
It seems their sons attend the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned at the fact of Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved is entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise.
Ow!
He died. Oh no, he died.
just
He took physical damage.
that one Family Guy scene. Ah! He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto.
Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with.
I'm not done yet. Eddie, sweep the leg.
Regurgitate. I was gonna say regurgitate the paper.
Now you'll face my paper spit attack.
Eat the photograph! Smug, self-righteous jerk! I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaroa's finished if we can't figure something out.
Things to be getting on. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. The prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa. Surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime?
Something on your mind, Mr. E?
We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet, he still doesn't seem entirely confident about his case. If he was, why refuse? Do you mind? I'm in the middle of something.
I'm talking.
Just like while I'm talking.
Like, do you mind?
If he
That was
was,
incredible.
why refuse to share information with the detective badge?
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too.
Oh, we're adding to logic.
In addition, we still have to solve the mystery of what happened to the evidence that we're missing.
Take another look at the crime scene. Didn't we get this already today?
Yeah, I think we said these lines already, sir. Why do they make you say the same lines over and over again?
Evidence that turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in a most unusual place.
The match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
All three of these we said today. Game. This case.
So there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room, yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why?
Oh.
I'm for brain blast.
Blood.
Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene, but traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could somebody have moved the body aside to get to the blood? I'm forcing you to do it. I don't see the connection, but so the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been removed by the forensics team. But what if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back the information about the body? It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival.
Mr. E?
Mr. E, it's been 30 minutes.
Why are you still standing there?
Mr. E, I drew a mustache on your face.
You didn't notice.
I drew this really nice picture of us. Can I eat it?
I drew a mustache on my finger so I can put it up to my top lip.
I'm gonna put it on Mr. Fun Karma. Honestly, I would like to.
I'm gonna take a picture of it, post it on my MySpace page. It's just, actually, I think that this takes place probably before that. 18 years ago? Maybe not. I don't know.
That would be. Oh my god, sorry, I have to do math. 2016 minus 15. 2001.
When did MySpace start?
I don't know.
Okay. We've both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witnesses' statements, shady deals, forged evidence even.
Sure, everybody's heard that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now?
I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma. I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions. Nonetheless, it appears he is in fact a dick. So, he may be willing to twist the truth to his own ends.
What's the truth? Wait, you mean he's playing it dirty?
What? Impossible.
I fear he might have been, and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it. I'm gonna go spank him. Then he'll see.
I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney.
I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe.
Yes, sir. Just
Hold it!
point.
Yes, what is it now?
I have to do something. You suck. And I think I hate you.
Nice. Nice.
Objection. Ad hominem.
Ad hominem. True. And with the judge is all like overruled. He can keep talking. He's correct, factually.
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact that you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you. If you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection!
Ah.
It's not the police I have issues with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you.
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of the crime is?
What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution's role is or is not with the likes of you. But let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable case.
Objection!
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps?
And I thought you had outdone yourself already. But now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence.
Yes. I do. Because it is is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn.
What are you talking about?
Am I gonna have to kill this guy? You didn't shut him out in the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body.
What? He doesn't have the body?
That's a pretty big deal.
Objection!
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad.
You're pooching at straws.
Straw man argument.
Objection, strawman. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander.
Then allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong if you can.
I'm afraid you have to try a little harder than that.
Bad, punch him.
I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
Objection!
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear, and where did it go?
What does it mean? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found. So what?
So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any traces of what happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense.
Objection!
What is this petty obsession with the bloodstain?
Coming from the most petty bitch alive?
But since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely.
What evidence do I have that shows where the blood from Mr. Tangaroa's room went? Where's the frickin'... It's quiet in here.
Down there.
The blood was found. Here it is.
Yeah.
Take that!
Hold on, let me adjust.
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows into the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposefully disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, when did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me!
Where did you get your hands on that kind of evidence?
Big brain.
You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water.
The forensics guy who told us. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting
Yep,
viral.
uh-oh. You all know Monster Factory?
But I do.
No, but Bad does.
Okay. Hell yeah, bad. Good taste.
Curse you, bad. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned.
Well, I kinda hate
Also, I hate Monster Factory.
Well, no longer. As of now, you are officially off the case. I was barely on it in the first place.
Get his ass!
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered?
Really quite the play, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
Now, if you don't mind, I have given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court. Gregory Edgeworth. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Mark my words, Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. And then he died. So sad. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh?
You fucked around with
You
that.
know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am, and I'll prove it in court.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Since, you know, I'm off the case now.
That's very kind. That's very kind. And I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bad, but there is one more thing. Whisper, whisper.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on and let me in on the secret.
All right, Eddie. The detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted. But I'd prefer to have an ace in the hole just in case.
And? What is it?
You'll find out in the courtroom.
Wait, what? You're letting me join you?
Of course
Aww.
You're my assistant after all. You're my weird girl. I need one. every defense attorney needs one.
Every assistant, yeah.
I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know? We could take on Mr. Von Karma together. No!
That one hurts me too. Actually, a lot. Like Eddie is just
Yeah.
like, we'll do it together. Indeed.
Ah.
Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then.
It's like worse when you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time.
Right? But we'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know you could beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you.
We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. And if we won't, I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do.
And it was the last thing he did.
And it was the last thing he did. Ah.
No!
I was gonna say also really quick. That's how I felt reading. I read the new Hunger Games book,
Yeah.
and it's another one that like it shows something that it's Hamish for those who know the series, and it hurts so bad because you know that it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, those books and movies have been out forever. We know it's not going to end well, but
I didn't know that's what it was about. That's a good subject. For
yeah,
Prequel.
I'm really excited for the movie. It was very good. I never want to read it ever again.
I still gotta watch the other prequel.
Ballad
movie.
of Songbirds.
Yeah.
That one was also pretty good.
Anyway, that's probably where we should wrap it up.
Okay.
Because I imagine we're going back to the future.
Oh boy.
And how much more of this? I mean, that sounded like it. Kind of sounded like that was the end of the backstory stuff. The Gregory part, because he was talking about if it's the last thing I do, and we know how it ends. So,
Yeah.
but we still have to figure out what happened with that mystery and the new mystery. So, Edgeworth has his work cut out for him. But if he does this, he'll be kind of like avenging his father.
Sure.
So, yeah, this is a great case.
If we win this case, can we send Von Karma to jail again?
We should.
Can we
He should
dig
get
up
double
Von
jail.
Karma's grave and put it on trial?
Put his skeleton in a jail room.
Yeah. Edgeworth with. Hold on, I just thought of the most metal image. Edgeworth with Von Karma's skull. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Dang. You know that makes sense because of the whole, from the ending of the first game.
Yeah.
Dan, I might make that exist now.
Yeah.
I have the ability to do this.
Hamlet crossover with Ace Attorney. Yeah, I need to get on. This is gonna be weird. I need to get on Hamlet of some variety. I am an English major. I have never read nor seen Hamlet.
It's good. It's Shakespeare.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good, but like I've seen a lot of Shakespeare and read a lot of Shakespeare, but Hamlet is like the big one that I haven't.
I did Hamlet when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah, I think the last Shakespeare I read in high school, we did Macbeth, and then we did King Lear.
That's the one we actually didn't do. We didn't do Macbeth in my high school.
King Lear was the last one that I read in high school, and I like that one. It's very sad, but much like all of the tragedies. Anyway, enough about Shakespeare. I should just like. I've thought about like. Once I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm at 952 right now.
If you're not following Dan, follow Dan.
Yeah, once I do that, I'm thinking of starting like a members only. Like I think I can, if I can open a members thing. If not, I might start a Patreon. But I want to do like a series where just like rant about topics. Because I got a lot. I talk a lot.
You're valid. You're real for that.
And I know that not everyone wants to hear me talk forever, but I would love to
talk forever.
Talk forever. Because I was reminded recently of like for example, the whole Star Wars The Acolyte drama that happened. Mostly manufactured, but that's like something that like I don't want to make a video about unless I just get to rant about it. Anyway, that's all for the stream. Go home, everyone.
Bye-bye.
We will see you all next week, in which we'll inch closer to the end of this case. Maybe like 2 more
And then we'll have a
streams?
hiatus. Yeah, and I was gonna say we'll have a hiatus the week after that because we will be at a con, all three of us.
Yay!
Yep.
Yay!
Be there or be square.
And we will meet Phoenix Wright himself.
Hell yeah.
Alright. See you guys.